guys, David Jennings here from Melbourne SEO Services.com. I'm really excited actually. I've got one of our very first clients, one of our best clients, has been working with us for quite some time, Garry Barnett, who is the main man here at Barney's Print Management. So if you need any printing work, you should definitely talk to Garry. He's pretty much the leader when it comes to printing in Australia. So really excited to talk about his experience with how he found Melbourne SEO and how he's enjoyed the journey. These videos are all about when a client comes to us and they're checking out the website, sometimes they don't know much about us, and I suppose it's like doing business with any company online. You don't know if you can trust them and believe it. So this is all about our customers having a chance to tell their story about what it's been like with us. So perhaps you can give us a little bit of a background, how you guys got started in print management and what is it that you do at Barney's?
Well, print management is a subset of what a marketing department does, and I've been in marketing departments for many years. So I always had the dream of setting up a print management business and had the opportunity about 8 years ago to do so. Won a major contract. We still hold that client today, which is very good. But eventually it gets beyond that. You can't just have one client. You've got to have many clients.
Yeah.
And with a marketing degree, I've actually been a very poor marketer as such for my own business. Very good for other people, but very poor for myself.
No, that's all right.
Okay, because you can edit it. You can edit it later.
Yeah, and I mean, I like it as real as it comes. No editing with these ones. So,
okay.
We're actually at Barney's place of business, and they've got stuff arriving.
Yeah, okay.
Business is happening.
So where was I? So always had the dream of setting up a print management business. Did so, won the first client, and then you realise 18 months later that, you know, without a multitude of clients, the business doesn't survive. So then it led into how do we get found, and that's how we led into knowledge of search engine optimization.
You were quite savvy when you did first come in contact with me. Like, I mean, you already knew a little bit about search engine optimization, and you'd already done your research. You know, some clients, when they come to me, are at different levels. You'd already had some experience with previous SEO companies. What, in the lead up before you found us, like what had actually happened for you?
So, look, we'd done SEO for many years with two previous companies, and the promise always is at the beginning that we'll get you to the top of Google, we'll get you first page, first position ranking, and maybe you hit that for a very short period of time, and then all of a sudden you keep going back to Google, fascinated, is barneys.com.au still sitting at the top, and you're progressively slipping down, and then one day you have a look and you flipped over to page number 2, and then you're slipping down page number 2, and the problem just gets worse and worse. And then you put the call back into the SEO company. You know, why is this happening? We're paying a monthly fee, and I guess the answer is that you never really get the truthful answer from the SEO company. But the point is, they try and take on too many companies. They try and take on too many clients. And SEO is a very demanding type of service. It's a very to use the best techniques in the industry. You have to constantly have an eye for your clients. So when I met you, like you said openly at the beginning, you only want to have, you know, a nest of a smallish number of really important clients. You didn't want to go out and have thousands and thousands of clients because you can't deliver the optimum service. Yeah. But the type of service that you've offered us in the months that we've been working together, we can see the outcomes. Yeah. And you're really applying what's called white hat search engine, which is best practice SEO to our business. And I don't think the other companies are actually doing that.
The stuff that, like, I mean, obviously slipping down rankings was a problem with some of the previous companies, not getting the attention from them as well. What were there any other sort of frustrations that you had with some of the previous companies? Like, I mean, why did you end up leaving them? Because I think an SEO company might be similar to a dentist. Once you start working with a dentist, chances are you might stick with them for a long time. What was happening for you to go, right, I'm now looking for another solution?
Look, search engine optimization costs money. It's not something that every business can do itself. You need to outsource that function. And when you're paying for that service, you don't just pay and, you know, just let it coast. You need to see outcomes. And getting back to what I said earlier, a lot of SEO companies are focused on, right, who's the next client that we can pick up not on with the key clients we have. We need to make sure that day on day, week on week, and month on month, we're getting outcomes, and those outcomes need to be that you're moving the client up Google.
Yeah.
Right, you're really focusing on it. There's other techniques that, it's not best practice search engine techniques that I've actually witnessed. So, dare I say it, linking to porn sites or linking to sites that aren't reputable, linking my website to someone else's is really bad form. And if you want to be an ethical business and have a code of conduct, you can't have an SEO company trying to get you cheap links, cheap backlinks. Let's just build on volume. There needs to be some really good,
quality there.
Good quality there. So.
So I know you then started doing your research. So you got that frustration, and you're like, right, I'm just not getting the results that I wanted. You started looking. I don't know if you looked on Google. Clearly, by the time you would come to me, you had done your research, because you said, I've gone to the States, I've looked for the best, I've gone to this, I've gone to that. And then you came across us. Like, I don't know how you ended up even coming across us, and what made you feel like, hang on, well, let's pick up the phone and let's have a chat with him.
Okay, well, I did mountains of research, absolute mountains. Like every waking hour was effectively trying to find the one SEO provider that could help me in what is a very competitive industry. Printing is a very competitive industry. We have that's my surname, so my name is on the wall, it is on the website. I founded the business, and the whole intention behind this business is to offer a level of service. I'm looking for a partner in SEO that's going to do the same thing as well. I'm not just a commodity to them. So I figured that SEO was potentially a commodity. I could look in America. I could look in England and find a service provider that could serve me. And I also thought that in America, maybe they're light years ahead of the Australian marketplace. They could be 2 or 3 years ahead of us in terms of search engine marketing, search engine optimization. I spoke to people from the West Coast to the East Coast of the United States, spoke to people in England, spoke to people all over Australia. And we had disappointments along the way. Like, we signed up with one SEO company.
We chatted about this
in California, and basically I figured this is great, and they can really talk the talk, these guys in America. They can really sell you on the service. And we'd signed the contract, and then the next day I got an email out of the blue, like it was an email sent in error, and it wasn't meant to be sent to me, but it was an email sent within their business. Because my name is Garry, they also had a Garry in the business. It was actually a client complaining to their business about bad practice search engine optimization, but in error it was sent to me for some unknown reason across the other side of the world.
The universe working in mysterious ways.
It is. So the sell was really great on the front end, but the delivery on the back end was going to be problematic. So I thought, well, I'm disillusioned with what I found in America. I came back to the shores of Australia, typed in a few different keywords, took a different angle, landed on your website. It was through a Google search. Actually, I think it might have come under referral to you, as it happens. And then when I landed on your website, you were clearly the leader in...
Actually, it was through your business coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep,
through our business coach. Through... You were... So that evening, the kids had gone to bed and the house was quiet, and I was on the computer and just got absorbed by your videos, talking.
We were having a conversation,
talking to me about SEO. So, and there was video after video after video, and it was very, very clear. And I'd done months of research that you were the expert.
Yeah.
Clearly, the expert in video marketing, all about search engine optimization.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were in my home city, or at least in Australia, and I could connect with you, so we hooked up and.
I think I came here.
Yeah, there were some initiatives that you'd done, and so. You also explained that you weren't looking for a million clients, and that prospective clients viewing this video that we're talking about need to be aware that you've got to listen to the integrity and the ethics of someone like you. That SEO can't be delivered in best practice and all of these things unless the company can give you very close attention, very close account management constantly. And be very responsive and reactive.
We had a little bit of a chance to chat those first few meetings. We got started, got things underway. I know the big hurdle that a lot of people have, and especially anyone watching this, is they may or may not know us, and they had to take that leap of faith. You had done your research, and that's what gave you the confidence. And I know what we do at Melbourne SEO. We don't lock anyone into like 12-month contracts or anything like that. It's all about, well, let's just get started. And I think we said, let's work on some sort of small things first. Give me 3 months. I'll show you what we can do. How was that sort of initial experience? Working with us, you get a lot of my time. You've also had a chance to meet some of the other team members as well. Chatted with Ben and a few of the other guys as well. How was the experience of working with us?
Oh, it's great. No, it's good. You're very, very good with your time, and I enjoyed that sort of honeymoon period that we had in the beginning. It was a chance for us to not lock into a long contract, but for you to show me what you can do, and within the first sort of say 90 days. And that was excellent, and then it's grown from there, and I think it's important that you offer that to prospective clients, to show them, show and tell. Show it first. Don't just tell, because look, to be honest with you, SEO is very much it's an unregulated type of industry. There are a lot of people who purport to be SEO experts and they're not. And this allows you to get through that honeymoon period and actually get you to do something, which you did very well. And it's a pleasure to deal with you guys.
Yeah, thank you
very much.
And same. We're quite particular with picking the clients that we do work with. I don't want to work with a client who is a nightmare to deal with. I like to work with someone who I get on well with, someone who is proactive. So it was a really good fit for us as well. And I think we're sort of today. We were just catching up, talking about other things that we're implementing outside of SEO. Like, what are some other strategies that we can start to put in? And I think that's when you'll really start to see some good gains. Talking about some of the results that we have been getting, and I know. Printing Melbourne, I think, or Melbourne Printing, or both even, I think we're number one for, and I know that's one of our big big traffic terms, and there's a whole host of others. What sort of results have you been getting? I know you had worked with some other companies. So it's a very competitive industry. We're not the only competitive industry in Australia. There's many of them, but printing is a mature market. So we've gone after a very tight, haven't we? A very tight selection. Of narrow selection of keywords, and we're definitely seeing the outcomes. We've, under your, watch, we've gone north with our. You can see it on Google today. It's really good. So very happy. I think the performance of your services has been far outperformed those of the previous companies, because we've stayed there for quite a long time. Yeah. The time in those positions is testament to that. It's not like we're there today and we've dropped off tomorrow. We've been there. Almost consistently since the beginning, so very pleasing. And I think, rankings and stuff like that, then as it starts to translate into the business, and we talk about more business-related things as well, not just SEO, because building a successful business, that's why you get a business coach. You get someone who can also look at, well, the SEO is a lead generator, but there's also managing cash flow, there's managing staff. There's so many pieces to make it work. And I know we were chatting before, business is always tough when you're growing, because it's almost like that. You grow, you plateau. You grow, you plateau, and at each of those plateaus you're putting new systems in place and you've got new challenges and things like that. But I know we talked about where SEO fits into what you guys do, and at the moment you're still in the process of, let's build all the systems so when we turn on the floodgates from the marketing, our systems are rock solid and we can grow with that. And at the moment SEO is... that's what you do for your marketing. You don't do... I'm interested to find out, how does SEO fit into lead generation? You guys do?
We've been... I don't know whether it's... you create your own luck. We have been lucky over the years. We have focused on really good relationships with clients. So that personal thing, we've never gone out and actively sold, actively marketed. I have a marketing degree, and I haven't practiced that skill. So we have 2 websites, and SEO both of them, and that's a reactive way of getting inquiries through into the business through Google searches, and that's all we have. apart from a little bit of yellow pages, and the success of the business and the growth year on year has relied a lot on that. So it plays a major part of our current marketing activity or lead generation. It's been very effective, very effective. Now the thing is, we need to put more of those formal sales and marketing and advertising type things in place, but
convert the leads more and all that.
Look, the leads we're getting in, we convert a bunch of them, and they're really good. Like the people that we would never imagined would ever have rung us. You wouldn't prospect on someone like this. You wouldn't think to, but they're finding us from all over Australia. Yeah, it's great.
And like one thing, I suppose, as we start to improve those systems, and we're getting people come through. My train of thought. I'm wondering, the leads that are coming through. That's like obviously a big part of the cash flow that's coming through for you guys. That was what I was thinking. Yeah, sorry, my train of thought just popped back in. Is the return on investment that you guys spend with us. When I sat down with you, I think this was right from the start, coming from a business background myself as well, I always talk about positive return on investment. I don't want you to fork out, $5,000, X thousand dollars working with us, and then not get your money back on that. So we're very particular on picking the clients and knowing, we only have to generate X number of leads for us to pay for ourselves plus some.
Well, that's happening. Look, we're definitely getting return on investment. And the cost of your company's service is met and with plenty of interest month on month. And my competitive nature is, and yours as well, is that let's keep focusing it. Let's keep cranking this up, because it's important. Any one deal can return many months worth of SEO, so it's extremely good value. Very much so.
And then I suppose on the tail end of this, because you've sort of delved into a few things there, is thinking about someone who might be thinking about working with Melbourne SEO in any capacity, whether we've got a space with them, whether or not they want coaching from me personally, whether or not they just want to get a home study course. You having dealt with us, is there anything that you could say to them? Because it's a little bit of a leap of faith working with a company you don't know about.
Look, I think you're you're a real go-getter. You're definitely an expert in your field, and that's come about through my reading. Before we did work together, it was all over your website, looking at the type of work you've done, and then in the months, years since we've started, seeing what you've actually delivered to our business. I've actually seen you stand up in front of large audiences as well. You're very comfortable to do that. You know your topic. I think you've got a great vision and path within this. Look, I would recommend. You will obviously select your key clients as much as you'll allow them to select you, which I think is good. I think you've got integrity, you're ethical, and
you're going to make you blush.
No, well, I think you're a great choice. I'm going to keep making it known to you that we got to keep cranking it up.
That's what I need to get the most out of me. That's what I enjoy about the relationship.
And look, you're also educating me along the journey. And I can be challenging to you at times when, maybe there's extra heat in the market, and you're always able to give me some answers, which is really comforting.
Very cool. All right, I suppose the one final thing, just I don't know if there's anything else that pops up to mind, may or may not. Sometimes you might go, if there's anything else you wanted to say, I don't know, or
no. Look, my work is exclusively with you, well into the future, and that's a show of loyalty, and you've acted with integrity and ethically as well, and SEO is definitely a science. SEO is not just it needs to be managed by someone who's really skilled in this, and while you're continuing to improve yourself and become an ever-increasing expert in this industry, my work is safely with you. Now, we have two websites, barneys.com.au and barneyslabels.com.au, but we plan to grow even beyond that. So each of those websites to come in future to build our brand and the product offering to our customers who enjoy the experience of dealing with Barneys, but might be looking for that extra product, whether it be the promotional product or the signage or the printed matter or the labels, whatever it is, to put their brand on, that we will become we will become the single point of contact. So as we launch more websites, you'll be SEOing it, and that's not just within Australia, but that will become an international push as well.
Well, it's going to be an exciting journey. Thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome. Thanks for the good work.
And if you guys, you want to get any printing done, you know where to head, just head to barneys.com.au and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.